There are water slides, and then there's these. We're not talking about the hotel kiddie pool or some rundown water park that smells like chlorine and fried food. We're talking about monsters made of steel and plastic that launch you like a human cannonball. Slides that drop you in free fall, trap you inside a tube surrounded by sharks, or twist you like a soggy spaghetti noodle. Some call them attractions. I call them tests of courage. So if you ever thought going down one of these was fun, get ready. Because this is the ultimate tier list of the 20 wildest, most dangerous, and mind-blowing slides on the planet. From the ones that steal your breath, to the ones that literally mess with your brain. From tiers, all the way down to the ones that barely deserve a letter. Scorpion's Tail, Wisconsin, USA. A slide with an almost inverted loop. Yes, upside down. To stop you from falling backwards, the tube tilts sideways while it launches you up and down, and the whole thing is controlled by high-tech sensors that make sure you come out in one piece. Even if you leave your soul behind, cutting-edge tech, insane design, and a feeling that leaves your legs shaking. Tier A. Not the tallest, but definitely one of the smartest. But the next one doesn't rely on sensors. It relies on dropping you into the void from a trapdoor. L2, Austria. The first water slide in the world with 2 full loops. Yes, 2. And there's no staircase exit. They lock you inside a capsule. Then the floor disappears. 14 meters of free fall. Speed, 65 kilometers per h. 130 meters of tube that feel like a portal to another dimension. Tier S. This is the roller coaster of water slides. Literally. If you think that's extreme, the next one throws you into a shark tank. And no, that's not a metaphor. Leap of faith. Afraid of sharks? Now imagine shooting down a translucent tube at full speed and seeing dozens of them swimming around you while you scream your lungs out. Leap of faith looks like something designed by a madman with too much free time and unlimited access to shark tanks. But yes, it's real. And it's in the Bahamas. A nearly vertical drop from the top of a fake Mayan pyramid. The tube cuts right through the middle of a massive shark tank. And no, it's not CGI. Those things are alive and swimming inches away from you. Tier B. This isn't a water slide. It's shock therapy for thalassophobia. But if you want to feel like you're floating in space, the next slide messes with gravity. Wahoo Wave. This beast towers 6 stories above the ground. And it's not just there to look pretty. First, you enter a dark tunnel and slide with your buddies, thinking it's just another fun ride, until you drop 30 feet straight down. Then, without warning, it throws you face first into a giant wall of water. Yes, a wall of water. You shoot up like Spider-Man, float midair like time stopped, and then gravity slaps you back down to reality. They call it Wahoo Wave, but honestly, soul-smashing tsunami would have been more accurate. Perfect for up to 4 people. Though, if you're not getting along with someone, you might be ex-friends by the end. Is it worth it? Yes. It won't break your bones, but it might mess up your sense of direction. Tier C. Pure adrenaline without snapping your neck. And if you think a snake can't swallow humans, wait until you see what's next. King Cobra, 6 Flags, New Jersey. Inspired by the real King Cobra. The design is so realistic, it creeps you out just by looking at it. But the best part? The finale. A 25-meter drop at a 50-degree angle that launches you straight into the snake's open mouth. It's brutal, it's beautiful, and it will knock the wind out of you. Tier A. Who needs venom when your shape alone scares people? But the next water slide is hidden in the Canary Islands and looks like it was designed by a volcano. Tower of Power, Tenerife, Spain. No curves, no tube, no second chances. Just you, a 28-meter vertical drop, and a straight ramp that looks like it was designed by Satan himself. You drop dry, no protection, hit over 80 kilometers per h in just seconds. And there's a moment, or two, when it honestly feels like you're going to fly off the slide. Not kidding. You feel like you're taking off. And that fear? It's not just yours. Plenty of people climb up, look down, and choose the stairs. The final act? You shoot through a transparent tube that cuts through a giant aquarium filled with sharks and rays. You're screaming inside. They're watching calmly. You're the prey now. Is it safe? They say yes, but your soul stays up top, just in case. Tier S, for those who already wrote their will. But the next one doesn't just launch you, it literally scrambles your brain. Brainwash, Florida, USA here. You don't just slide. You trip. Strobe lights, surround sound, colors everywhere. Feels like an after party in Berlin, created by the techno Viking himself, but in a swimsuit and at 60 kilometers per h. As you drop, you're not even sure if you're falling, or if the universe is rewriting your code. Literally, people came out asking what year it was. It wasn't the scariest, but it was unforgettable. The problem? The park closed. And with it, one of the weirdest slides to ever exist. All that's left are videos and mild psychological trauma. Tier B, a rave inside a tube. But speaking of strain, the next one feels like it has its own engine. Aquaconda, Dubai. The widest and longest water slide of its kind in the world. 9 meters of pure tube. 210 meters of chaos. And it can swallow 6 people in one go. What starts as a fun family ride quickly turns into a full-blown panic party. Spins, drops, screams in sync. It doesn't just throw you down. It slams you against the walls like you're inside a washing machine. And just when you think it's over, gravity gives up. There are moments where your raft feels like it's about to take flight. The best or worst part? You're screaming with your kids beside you. A memory that stays forever. Even group therapy might not erase it. Tier A, a monster with a taste for families. But if you're looking for something tall, the next one is an actual monstrosity. Poseidon's Revenge, Dubai. You step into a capsule, stand up, arms crossed, your heartbeat pounding in your ears. And then, the floor vanishes beneath your feet. Freefall, 31 meters straight down, over 60 kilometers per h. Inside a tube that echoes with your own screams. No control, no brakes, just gravity and the sound of your soul trying to escape your body. It's like the earth swallows you whole. Only you're in swim trunks, and everything smells like chlorine. Tier A, for the tension, for the drop. But if that was insane, the next one is older, simpler, and somehow way scarier. Insano. They make you climb 41 meters. That's 14 stories. And while you're going up, you see warning signs with cartoon people literally flying through the air. Not decoration, straight up warning signs. And still, some people go up and walk back down the stairs. Yep, they chicken out. And honestly, fair enough. At the top, the world looks tiny. You take a deep breath, and then, boom, 5 seconds. 100 kilometers per h. No raft, no mercy. Just you, your swimsuit. And a fall so vertical it feels like you're being launched like a missile. No loops, no turns. Just pure, savage gravity. For years, Insano was the tallest water slide in the world. And it's still the most terrifying, Tier S. This isn't a slide, it's a human cannon. But if you prefer zero gravity to pure terror, the next one is your ride. Bahama Blaster, San Antonio, Texas. 3, 2, 1, snap. The floor drops out, not a metaphor. A real trapdoor just vanishes beneath your feet. And you fall 6 stories like someone deleted you from existence. But the scariest part? That 1 second before it happens. You know it's coming. You just don't know when. Because the launch system has different settings. It might drop you right away, or keep you hanging there with your nerves on fire. Once you're falling, it's on tight turns. 65 kilometers per h, and G-force slamming your body into the walls of the tube. You come out, not knowing if you're in Texas, the Caribbean, or outer space. Tier A, get in. Hear the countdown. Now tell me, which one would you ride without blinking, and which one wouldn't you touch with a 10-foot pole? Because in the end, all of these slides have one thing in common. They remind us we're still big kids who just want to scream our lungs out.